Hi guys, welcome to this bob hair cutting video. What I'm demonstrating to you right now is a horseshoe section pattern, which I take a parietal ridge or temple to temple right up under the crown, and then make partings from side to side, split down the middle like you see, so that you can work with clean sections and clean partings. That's going to be one of your most important things that you want to have, including your body position, your client's head position and body position, the angle of your comb or fingers or both. And you're going to want to use the smaller teeth for tension towards the bottom of the haircut, and then switch to the larger teeth for cleanliness and tension, but not over tension, especially through the crown areas. This mannequin has been pre-cut, so I'm going ahead and just trying to make it as one length as possible. And I'm using my comb and my scissors. My scissors are in here to promote tension, and then you're going to see me push the hair back down towards the neck so that the hair itself will be more of a zero elevation than any type of graduation. Of course, it's a mannequin, so it's going to not be able to be pressed down to the neck. Perhaps you would even use this type of hair cutting technique on a longer one length haircut on a real person. But it's easier to have a straight line from the comb in the direction that you want your haircut to go. So if your comb is level, which means the back of that comb is actually down towards you, it's not tilted up and it's not overly tilted down, you can use your comb as a ruler, a little bit straighter and more convenient sometimes than your own fingers, especially when you're doing a bob in this manner. Some people will call this a box bob. It's not really round. Nothing's pointed down. It's just a straightforward bob. And you'll see the finished product on another video that I'll have posted. But in the interim, we're going ahead and just cleaning one length. You see me tapping the hair closest to the neck. That's the point of the tapping. And then the scissors are backed in there to promote tension as we cut this from the nape or the occipital bone down. Body position, you are going to be traveling or toe tapping or dancing. So you're going to be standing directly in front of your cutting section. You're going to cut a nice clean line, no over direction, just straight down from the head. There's that little tap to get the hair closer to the neck. And once you finish up the nape area, you don't have to, but I usually switch to the larger teeth. And this is just your basic standard cutting comb. Some people use combs with bigger teeth that may not be as effective. And I usually work from side to side. I do not complete the whole entire back up to the crown and then go on to the sides. I usually stay uniform as you see me pulling down these sections. It's important that your sections stay clean. Just tapping that hair just so it could be closer to the head. And once I get around to the sides, what you want to do, most important thing about a bob, is to release the tension over the ear. And I'll explain that to you, and in a few steps you'll actually see what that means. But that's going to be your most important element of a clean, straight, even bob haircut. When you're completed with a haircut like this, you go ahead and dry it off and run back through it just to see if there are any little bits hanging out. If you're going to cut a bob, it's okay to tilt your client's head forward for the back portions, but it's imperative that your client's head be upright for the side sections. You do not want to have your client's head tilted forward as you're cutting the side sections. Here you're going to see me come through the sides, and over the years I've discovered other people and their wonderful techniques for cutting the sides. So what I like to do is I make sure that back section, like you see, is clean and straight. And again, this is a box bob, so I'm coming in through the sides in this fashion. And you're going to see me cut right to behind the ear. Then I'm going to comb the hair down with a large teeth, I'm going to tap above the ear. I'm going to push the hair in close under the ear, and then I'm going to put my comb in at the proper angle, which is straight. And here I don't need to tap necessarily for those pieces, but you'll see me tapping regardless in case a few of those hairs should make it in. And there we'll have a nice straight line. You may see extra hair by the ear, but when the haircut dries, the protrusion of the ear will take up for that extra hair and actually make it look even when it's dry. That's the most important thing, is do not cut this haircut thinking what it looks like wet is what it'll look like dry. If you have some experience, you may understand that. If you don't, just try to put it in your head that you must allow for the protrusion of the ear while the haircut is wet, because it will even out when it's dry. There I tap above, there I tap below. You can see my guide and just follow step by step. I'm completing this side of the haircut only because I'm standing over here, and at times in the salon I may go ahead and start a little bit from either side just to get balance for the haircut. But for this video, I'm just going to go ahead and run through this side. Again, she was previously layered, so there's not that much in the back, which I was already kind of aware of. And in this particular side that I'm cutting, your body position would be that you would be standing in front of your client's shoulder, not behind it and not in front of it. You would stand right so that you would make the top of the T and their shoulder would be the bottom of the T. So you'd be standing right in front of the shoulder. It's important that you see me dipping down to be at eye level or as close to it as you possibly can. If you need to, you can have your client stand and hold on to a counter for stability, or you can cut hair while sitting down. If not, it's important that you bend your knees, both knees, and drop completely down so that your eyes will be level with the cutting line. If you're going to cut a haircut like this with your fingers, it's important that your fingers also be flat. If the backs of your fingers are looking at you, you're going to be creating graduation. And you do not want to graduate a one-length bob. And if you've noticed, if you can get a handle on it, whether you're right-handed or left-handed, you will put your comb in the hand that you would not comb with, just to have it out of your way. So you notice I am right-handed, and generally I would comb also with my right hand, switch my comb to the left just to hold it as I cut a line. But you'll notice that I actually put the comb into my other hand after I comb it clean. I'm working at behind the ear only. See how I put the comb into my other hand? It'll take you one or two practices. Comb is in position, close to the neck, pointing in a straight line. See how I comb with the other hand? You'll get used to it. Put the comb in, press above the ear, below the ear, and cut a nice clean line, and you should be able to clearly see your guide. If you cannot clearly see your guide, it means your cutting section is too thick. It's better to be able to see your guide clearly and to pick up the hair and hold it in the same angle you have previously done. As a new learner, this takes a little bit of practice, but if you repeat your same motions over and over and over again, you'll become proficient. Tap above the ear, tap below. See how the comb is level, the spine of the comb, that back portion is as level as it possibly can be. If you can cut a bob haircut with proficiency and cleanliness, you've advanced. If you find that you cut a bob and you have to go back and cut it again and cut some more, you may need to practice on initially getting your line in straight and even, but that takes time and practice. And there's no harm and no shame in getting mannequins out and doing a haircut like this until you get it right. Everyone has to do it. That's just the way it is. No one can cut this haircut straight out of the gate without practice. So just keep practicing. I'm just pushing the hair closer so it's closer to the skin. And I've gotten pretty used to it over the years of changing the comb into my other hand. It's a little weird at first, but you'll get used to it. Now she doesn't have bangs. I just decided not to cut bangs in her. So I'm just being sure that my hair from the hairline is not being dragged forward, but actually staying in the uniform line from where her hairline would be. So the hair that's where bangs should be, I make sure that it's directed back and uniform. Tap above, tap below. Actually watch that hair move. I pushed it in closer to the skin. And when I do cut real people's hair in a bob like this, I do also cut it in a comb. I don't press it up against the person's neck, like paste it to their neck from the sides. I may paste it onto the neck in the back just to pick up my guide, but through the sides I cut real human beings' hair, just like you're seeing I'm doing the sides now. So it is important that you would get used to tapping the hair close to the skin. So you would tap above and below the ear to release tension, but once the hair is in the comb, you actually push the hair closer to the person's neck for more accurate zero elevation. The keys to getting that accurate zero elevation are that the comb be level, that the hair be with minimal tension, that you would tap below and above the ear to release the tension over the ear, the protrusion, and then to keep the hair at the most zero elevation that you can. And when you're done with a haircut like this, you're going to dry it and check it off, and that'll be on another video. Good luck cutting your bobs. Once you master the bob, all that patience and practice, once you master it, you'll never undo a good bob ever again. Good luck, you guys. Have fun. Keep practicing. This is Miss Anna Mannequin, and she's great for cutting. She's got nice soft hair. But any mannequins you can get a handle on, even better if you can get some real human heads. And you can look for the finished product on another video, and I'm going to be putting together some more videos, so check back soon. See, I always tap above, tap below. It's consistency and doing the same thing over and over and over again. Once you develop your skills, you'll have the creative freedom to do any haircut you want, but you must develop those basic skills. It's like riding a bike.